I've tried so many techniques and methods to reach the C1 level of English, but none of them helped me. Hi, my name is Hans and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about my new strategies to reach the C1 level of English. So hope you enjoyed this video and learn a lot about it. So first of all, my English background. Why I started learning English. So I 3 years ago, I started learning English when I was 16. So I wanted to watch a movie, and the movie was in English. So that was my first motivation to learn English. And at that time, I didn't know nothing about language learning, how to learn a language, the steps, what's not, what the the pros and cons. I didn't know nothing about learning languages, and I just started messy, really messy. I had headaches trying to understand podcast in English. So that's not the point in today's video. And second, my present now. So now I have a job, I have school, I have to improve my English, I have to maintain my Spanish, and I'm learning Chinese. So if you're like me, a really busy person, you have a lot of things to do in your life, you're gonna be interested with my new strategies. I know a lot of people have this problem. So before we deep dive into my new strategies, we're gonna talk about what is the intermediate plateau in English. So the intermediate plateau in English is a phase where you feel like progress feels slow, you don't feel like you're progressing in English anymore, like comparing to the beginning stage where you were new to the language, you were learning new phrase, new grammar points, new vocabulary, but in the intermediate plateau you feel stuck, like you're not learning anymore. You have bad days and good days. Sometimes you wake up like fluent in the language, you can understand 100% and 90%, but sometimes you wake up like you feel dumb in the language, you feel like you don't understand anything. It's such a frustrating phase, a frustrating place to be in the language learning. I experiment that a lot, and believe me, it's not easy. So I've tried a lot of methods, but it kind of sucks. So now we know what is the intermediate plateau, and now what's the C1 level of English or any languages. So I've made a lot of researches about the C1 level of any language, and they say that you can express yourself fluently, you can discuss about a lot of topics, you can debate, arguing, like a lot of information I don't want to talk about. But from my perspective, be fluent in a language like C1 level, it's like you can express yourself freely and confidently without searching too much about words in your head, and you can debate and arguing in the language, and finally you can be funny, like you can make jokes in the language, you can make people laugh, make native laugh in the language. That's three things that made a person fluent for me in the language. So now, what my new strategy is. First of all, I'm gonna choose a podcast for 1 week. It can be a podcast, a long conversation, or an interview. For 1 week, I'm gonna listen to it. First of all, I'm gonna try to understand the main idea, the topic, what they're talking about, the context of the podcast or interview. And second, I'm gonna write down useful phrases and collocation. Collocation is like two words that go together. Like for example, make decision, take a shower, and carry on, take care, like two words that they make you feel like fluent. They make you feel natural when speaking English. They're very useful collocations, and that made it very practical. So you're gonna write them down and together with the phrases. And third, you're gonna have to try to copy the rhythm and the pronunciation, like shadowing the podcast and try to imitate the rhythm of the videos. And the last one, you're gonna have to I'm gonna have, or if you want to do it, you can try to explain what they're talking about in the video, like the main idea, the point, in your own words, but you have to try to use the phrases and the collocations. So that seems simple because I don't have a lot of time to invest in English, but if you have more time, you can add more things, like you can book a you can choose a tutor and any app to practice your speaking skills in the language, to help you speak the language to be more confident, or you can expand your vocabulary. For example, you can deep dive into hobbies that really interested you. Like for example, if you like fashion, you can look up for words, expression related to the area like fashion, to have a deeper understanding of that, to expand your vocabulary and topics that interested you. That's a very great method, even though I didn't have time to practice it, but if I had more time, I would definitely do it. And you can record yourself daily speaking about anything, your activities, your lives, anything that interested you, and listen to it back to like give yourself some feedback on pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, and all that stuff. So that's all for today videos. Hope you enjoyed this video and thanks for watching. And I know it really sucks, the intermediate plateau in any languages. It feels like you not learning anymore, but you just have to change your method or your techniques that help you reach the intermediate level. You have to just change it, speak more or read more. For example, I read 15 minutes every morning to help me with my pronunciation and my vocabulary. There are a lot of things you can try to reach the C1 level of English. It's not impossible. So thanks for watching, and